So what do you think will fall first, a paper or this card? Why? Okay. So let's throw it. This is a very interesting concept. If you can just close one of your eyes and align one of your fingers along with one line, right? Then just quickly cover your other eye. Keep the finger in the same. So you would see there is a shift. Interesting shift, right? So this concept is used by physicists in determining how far a star is. I picked up this book when my daughter, who is in 12th grade, wanted some help in some concepts of physics. So I couldn't just understand what's written in her book. So I thought I'll just first go through this and then help her. And trust me, this is a very good book, and everybody, or even your children, will like this book. This is so well written, and so the concepts have been explained in such a simple language that everybody will love this book. The author Walter Lewin, he was born in Netherlands. He is a Holocaust survivor. He moved to MIT later. He used to conduct lectures during his stay in MIT. So this is how my mind went black when I was looking at my daughter's physics book. This is one of the very interesting experiments which Walter Lewin conducted. He would pull a heavy pendulum to his face and release it, standing perfectly still. The ball would swing away and come back, stopping just before hitting him. So whenever we push a key like this, so it won't go more than this point. So this is what he showed in the law of conservation of energy. Pendulum never rises higher than where it started. Then the next concept is air drag and gravity. So what do you think will fall first, a paper or this card? Why? Okay. So let's throw it. Not only it's heavier, but also this met with a lot of resistance. So if I put it like this, which will fall first? They will fall together because there is no resistance now. So if they are in, we throw them in space, then there is no, if they are in vacuum, then they will fall together. Now, this is a very interesting concept. If you can just close one of your eyes and align one of your fingers along with one line, right? Then just quickly cover your other eye. Keep the finger in the same. So you would see there is a shift. Interesting shift, right? And just move your finger closer now, and then quickly shift your hand. So there is more shift now. So this concept is used by physicists in determining how far a star is. So they observe when they are on the Earth in say January, the position of Earth is somewhere else. In December, it's somewhere else. So then they do all the triangulation and all. So, and then this is how they observe how far a star is. This is a very interesting concept. You are shorter when standing up than when lying down. The difference is almost about 2 inches. So earlier, yes. So Walter Lewin has demonstrated this in this picture. Earlier, when they used to, in the first NASA mission, what they did was they made the space suits. They measured the space suits when the astronauts were standing up. But when they went into the space, because of weightlessness, the space suits didn't fit them. So they were too tight. So after that, they always made a room for this 2 or 3 inches of difference. Many a times our husbands prepare the meal, right? They either prepare lunch or dinner. But what we do, are we proud of them, or we are just filled with anger when they prepare the meals? What do? We are proud. I'm mostly filled with anger. So this has nothing to do with Newton's third law of motion, which states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So whenever we blow into a balloon and we release it, it goes here and there, right? So why does this happen? When it releases the air pushes it upwards, right? So similar concept they use in rockets and jet airplanes. So whenever the jet airplanes or rockets expel the air or the gases, then they fly out of space, right? So there is a very interesting video of a free fall of a spaceship. The spaceships are always in a state of free fall, but they never fall down on the earth. Why? Because whenever they start falling, they are hit by the curve of the earth, and then they just keep on rotating. Next very interesting concept is Bernoulli's principle. It helps the airplanes to keep afloat in the air. There is a lot of low pressure above the wing of the airplane, and there is a lot of high pressure below the wing of the airplane. This makes it lift. This is a similar pressure which we when we blow into these whistles, the paper rises up. So I think most of the people here know about Rayleigh's scattering. How does the sky look blue? Why does the sky look blue? Sorry? No, because the dust particles scatter light, and blue is the part of light which is scattered the most. While during sunsets, because the sun is at the horizon, it's red which gets the least scattered. That's why it's visible. And the last is okay. So have you ever wondered why it smells so fresh after a thunderstorm? Sorry? Yeah, it's related to smell of ozone. So what happens is the heat of the lightning breaks down oxygen molecule into two, and then the oxygen molecules which are free now bind with the oxygen molecule and they become ozone. So the freshness we smell after a thunderstorm is because of ozone. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening.